What's up, Falcons Nation? It's your boy Jew coming at you with another Atlanta Falcons video. As always, rise up. It is Falcons Friday, and I am repping my Matt Ryan away jersey because we are playing an away game on Sunday against the Houston Texans. And I will be doing a breakdown today of the Houston Texans and also some keys to victory for our Atlanta Falcons. As you know, we do sit at 1-3 at the moment. We are in last place in the NFC South, so I do believe that this is a must-win game on Sunday. I don't usually like to say any games are must-win, but I do believe this game is a must-win game Sunday against the Houston Texans, just because we are in last place and we need to start to gain some ground on the New Orleans Saints because they are now 3-1 and they're in first place in the division. And the Panthers are 2-2 and the Buccaneers are 2-2. The Panthers did beat the Houston Texans last Sunday in Houston. So now it's our turn to go ahead and return the favor and go ahead and beat Houston as well so we can start to gain ground. And hopefully some of the NFC South teams this week take a loss. I know that the Saints and the Buccaneers do play against each other this Sunday. So one of those teams will take a L and they'll be 2-3 like our Atlanta Falcons. So we definitely jump back into at least second place if we can win this game on Sunday. So this is a huge game for us where we can gain some ground. So I'm going to jump right into some keys to victory and also jump into, first I'm going to attack the Houston Texans and things we need to watch out for. First and foremost, on the defensive side of the ball, for the Houston Texans, they do have J.J. Watt, who is very dangerous in rushing the passer and can wreck a game for you. And they do have Whitney Merciless, who is also blitzing defensive end or outside linebacker. They are very dangerous with getting to the passer, and they can bring tons of pressure. So our offensive line is going to have their hands full this week on blocking those guys. They're definitely going to have to double team J.J. Watt at all times and may have to double team Whitney Merciless if he starts to get off. So we definitely have to be very careful because both of those guys can wreck a game for you by themselves with strip sacks and forced fumbles. I believe Whitney Merciless on the year has like 3 or 4 strip sacks. So we definitely want to be careful because last week Matt Ryan did have a strip sack fumble, or he did fumble the ball on one of the plays against the Titans, and they did recover. So we definitely have to protect the ball in this game. Those guys are very dangerous. I believe that their secondary can be had. So Julio Jones and our wide receivers definitely could have a big day against them. I'm not too worried about their secondary. Their strength is their front seven and those guys up front. They have a nose tackle by the name of, I believe it's DJ Reader. He's very powerful, and he also can affect the running game, and he also can wreck a game by himself as well. So we have to definitely be ready and bring our big boy pass in this game and be ready to block those guys and double team those guys on the line. Far as their offensive side for the Houston Texans, they do have Deshaun Watson, and we all know that Deshaun Watson has a decent arm, and he can also run the ball. He is a mobile quarterback, so he can run and pass the ball at an efficient level. So we definitely have to get pressure on Deshaun Watson when we're blitzing up the field. Takk McKinley and Vic Beasley, we have to remember to not lose contain on Deshaun Watson. Do not allow him to step up, or do not blitz. If you're coming from the edge, do not blitz and leave a huge gap, where a huge void in the offensive line or defensive line where he can go through those cracks and take off running right up the center of the field, because we're definitely going to have to worry about containing him and not allowing him to get outside of the pocket and throw the ball or run the ball. We have to be very careful. We may need to have somebody spying, a QB spy on Deshaun Watson, because he's like Russell Wilson. He can definitely get outside the pocket, and when he breaks the pocket, he looks to send his receivers down the field so he can make a huge throw. And also he likes to run for first down. So we have to be very careful with not losing containment when we're trying to rush the passer. In this game as well, their receivers, Hopkins is very dangerous. DeAndre Hopkins is a very dangerous receiver. He's a possession receiver. He's not really fast necessarily. He's not a burner, but when it's a 50-50 ball, normally he wins those 50-50 balls. So we have to be very careful. Desmond Trufant, Isaiah Oliver, whoever is going to be covering him, or whichever side he's on, you definitely have to play very physical with him. You cannot allow him to get his hands on the ball, because most of the times when he touches the ball, he doesn't drop the ball. I believe they said like last year, Hopkins didn't drop any passes, and I believe he's only dropped like one pass all season. So we definitely have to be prepared for DeAndre Hopkins. We have to be prepared for Kenny Stills. He's actually a burner. He's pretty fast, and he can get behind a defense. And Will Fuller is a speedster, and he likes to get deep. So we have to be prepared. We cannot have any busted coverages in this game. No explosive plays on this game, or limit the explosive plays. In the open field, like last week, we cannot have any missed tackles. We do have to take the proper angles, and we have to gang tackle. We cannot assume that somebody is made the tackle. We must gang tackle 2 and 3 and 4 hats towards to the ball at all times, especially when in the open field. Because last week against the Tennessee Titans, on numerous occasions, when A.J. Brown had that 55-yard touchdown or 50-something yard touchdown, basically we had like 4 or 5 Atlanta Falcons around him, and somehow, some way, we took bad angles and we did not tackle him, and he was able to juke and make his way into the end zone. So we definitely have to be prepared for that, and definitely be on our P's and Q's as far as making our tackles. In the backfield, they have Duke Johnson, who's a pretty quality running back. Mainly, he likes to catch the ball out of the backfield. And they do have Carlos Hyde, who used to play for the 49ers. Now, Carlos Hyde is a load. He's a big guy. He's a pretty big guy. He's not as big as Derrick Henry. He's a little shorter than Derrick Henry, but he's stocky. So you have to definitely get 4 or 5 hats to the ball at all times with him as well. Be very physical in the trenches. All of our linebackers and corners, we must be on our A game and be ready to tackle. 3 and 4 guys, like I said, 3 and 4 or 5 hats to the ball, gang tackle, fly around, be fast and physical as Dan Quinn always preaches. And now on the reverse side of the ball, I'm going to talk about some keys to victory. For the Atlanta Falcons and our Atlanta Falcons, we must get off to a fast start. If we win the coin toss, I would like to see Dan Quinn choose for us to receive the ball and not defer, because lately it seems like in these games, instead of receiving the ball, we defer. And when we defer, usually the team comes right down and scores a touchdown. And then we're down 7-0. And as you know, in a lot of these games, we've gotten down by 17, 21, 20 points. So we cannot afford to get behind in this game, because we are playing an away game, and we cannot allow this crowd to get into the game. We must have this crowd quiet. So if we can get the ball and score on our first possession or get out to a lead, we can quiet down that crowd noise, so our guys, our offensive linemen, can hear the snap count, and we don't have to have any of these bad penalties as far as false start penalties and things of that nature that puts you behind the chains. Another key to victory in this game, I would like to see Dirk Cutter as the offensive coordinator call more passes on first down, and maybe do some play action fakes, some screen passes, some quick screen passes to our Austin Hooper, to Calvin Ridley, to Julio, to Sanu. Catch them off guard, because it seems like on a lot of the first down plays, Dirk Cutter likes to run the ball, which most teams expect you to run the ball. So I wouldn't even mind to see, like on first down, us take some shot plays, meaning play action, get in a mass protection and throw a deep ball to Julio Jones or Calvin Ridley to try to get off to a good start. Because in a lot of these games, we have gotten off to a bad start. I wouldn't even mind seeing us come out in like a no huddle to start the game, but we definitely need to get off to a fast start in this game. Secondly, I would like to see us run the ball successfully. So in this game, we must possess the ball. We must give our defense a break or give them a rest. We must keep Deshaun Watson on the sideline. That is one of my keys to victory here. If we can run the ball successfully, if we can run the ball for over 100 yards and we can possess the ball, that's the way that you keep your defense fresh and keep them off the field. So I would like to see us definitely run the ball successfully. with Freeman, with Ito Smith, and if Brian Hill or Quadra Olison dresses, I would like to see them get a couple snaps as well, as far as rushing the ball. We must play physical in the trenches with our offensive line. No holding penalties. No, like I said, no false start penalties that'll put you behind the chains. Play smart football. No personal foul penalties like we had last week with Alex Mack getting frustrated and falling on or jumping on top of that one guy. We must play smart in this game, y'all. That's one of my keys to victory. We must stay smart and not lose our composure in this game. For Matt Ryan, no turnovers, no careless passes in the double and triple coverage. Be the MVP Matt Ryan that I know you are and that you're capable of being. And like I say, just play aggressive, have fun out there, because it doesn't look like lately in the first couple weeks the team is having any fun. So go out there and have fun, and do your best. Give it your all. Don't leave nothing on the table. Give it all. Give it 110%. A couple other keys to victory that I have for this game, for our offense. If you're going to go for it on fourth down conversions, like 4th and 1, I would like to see us pass the ball a little bit more when we get the ball in the red zone. Dirk Cutter, I would like him to stop taking out key players on this team. Julio Jones, Mohamed Sanu, Calvin Ridley. I would like to see Mohamed Sanu get some wildcat or some trick plays in this game, meaning some wildcat passes or wildcat runs, especially on short yardage downs, maybe even in the red zone. Give Mohamed Sanu a chance to run the ball or get in a wildcat formation just to try to confuse the defense. And that's pretty much all that I have as far as the keys to victory. Other than, like I said, no careless penalties. Start the game off fast. Play physical. Play smart. Dan Quinn with the defense, I would like to see. I don't know as far as on our defense, I don't know if the new safety that we got, Jonathan Cyprian, I don't know if he's going to actually get any snaps in this game. If not, it's fine if he doesn't get any snaps in this game because I know he just came over. But if he does get some snaps, I would like to see how he looks at playing that box safety role. I like what I saw last week out of KZ moving back to the safety position with Ricardo Allen. But I am looking for improvement from Isaiah Oliver in this game. Isaiah Oliver must stop looking in the backfield. Stay with your man. Look for the ball. Play aggressive. No whiffing or no busted coverages on anyone, but especially Isaiah Oliver. He must be on his P's and Q's because they will target him in this game because he's been targeted all season. And I know he's a first-time starter, so he's going to be tried by fire. So he definitely has to be ready in this game. I would like to see us press up a little bit on these receivers. Don't allow them to catch the ball. Stop giving the 5 and 10 yard cushions, playing all of that soft zone. Let's get up in these guys' face. Let's get physical with these guys, and let's challenge them. Let's not give them 6 and 7 yard easy passes, slant routes, and comeback routes. Let's make sure that we up on tight. We snuggle up on these receivers very tight and make plays on the ball. From my front seven, I'm looking for Tat McKinley, Vic Beasley to get back on the board for our sacks. I would also like to see Grady Jarrett get back in his sacking role, meaning to get some sacks in this game. Up front, as far as the big guys, we will need to stop the run. So Deion Jones, put on your big boy pads. Devondre Campbell, Foye Olakun, put on your big boy pads. Kamal Ishmael, Jonathan Cyprian, when y'all are playing the linebacker role or playing the box safety, come up, be physical with these guys. Make them think about catching the ball. Make them think about getting hit. So even if you have to set a tone, I don't want anybody out there playing dirty, but definitely if someone comes across the middle, put the wood on them. Because we're really missing that physical presence without Keanu Neal. Keanu Neal, I call him the enforcer or the hitman because he puts fear in the opponent's heart that if they cross the middle, they will take punishment. And he always does it. Usually he tries to hit them within the target. But if he doesn't, even if he gets one or two penalties in the game for a bad hit, at least he gets the offense thinking, okay, we may not want to throw across this guy, across the middle, because he's going to decapitate one of these guys. So we definitely must play physical. I have liked what I've seen out of Ricardo Allen. Even though he's a smaller player, Ricardo Allen plays with a lot of heart. He is one of the heartbeats of this defense and one of the captains of the back end of this defense. He plays very physical to be small, a smaller player, but I like the heart that he plays with. So let's play with some heart, like I said, on the defense as well. Have fun out there. Give it your all. Give it 110%. I do believe we can win this game, and we will win this game. And if we can win this game, that'll get us back on the right track, right back in the thick of things. If we lose this game, this could be this could really cost us, especially for our playoff hopes. If we want to make the playoffs, we must win this game. This is a big game. We need everybody to step up. This is going to be all hands on deck. On the special team side, I like what I seen last week out of Kendall Sheffield. He is a speedster. He looked good returning the kick. He had like one return for about 30 yards. I like what I seen out of him. I like what I've seen out of Mohamed Sanu, even though he didn't get many attempts on the punt returns. He has excellent hands. As you know, Mohamed Sanu has very strong hands. He did do a good job of catching the ball. And pretty much that's all I need you to do on the special teams is catch the ball, secure the ball. Even if you call him fair catch every time, whatever, as long as you could secure the ball, no fumbles, no dropping the ball, and no holding on the special teams. On punt returns, no holding. On kickoff returns, no holding, because this game is going to be about, as every game, a game of field position. So if you want to get in scoring position, we must do a better job at laying off of the penalties, stop holding and getting all of these holding calls on the special team side of the ball, because you flip field position when you do that. And a lot of these games that we've played in the first quarter of the season, we have been behind the chains. And we've been starting pretty much every drive like on our own 10-yard line or within our 10-yard line. Let's see if we can get a turnover in this game to get a short field for our offense, or let's see if we can have a nice punt return or kickoff return to set up our offense for success in this game. But I do believe in our team. Like I said, if we make the proper adjustments in this game, we should be able to win this game. I do not believe that Carolina's a better team than us. I just feel like they may be playing or gelling better than us, because what people a lot of Falcons fans and a lot of fans or football fans in general don't understand. In football, it's not like any other sport. Football is the ultimate team sport. So we need every player on the team to do their job. Go back to the fundamentals. Do your job. That's what the Patriots do well. As much as I dislike the Patriots, they do their job, and everybody does their job, and they're all doing their job. Meaning it's no one, you need all 11 guys moving in the same direction and doing their job and using or staying in their gaps, meaning gap integrity against the run. Nobody hopping out of that gap. No one trying to be the hero or play hero ball and step out of that gap or try to make a play and do something very risky. We need everybody to just do your job. And Julio Jones said that in his interview or his press conference, that he wanted everybody just needs to do their job. He said he needed to be the best Julio he can be, and all of the other players needed to be the best player they can be, and they all just need to do their job and stop trying to do each other's job or trying to do somebody else's job. So Matt Bryant, no missed field goals this week. Your only job is to make field goals. So we need you to make when you're called upon, we need you to do your job. The defense, when you're called upon, the cornerbacks, no holding penalties, because a lot of the times in a lot of these games in the first quarter, we've had a lot of penalties, unnecessary penalties on third down, which has moved the change for the other team. And basically, they really didn't do anything. We just gave it to them. So on defense, like I said, I want our defense playing aggressive. I don't want them out there second guessing, because a lot of things, one of the things that I'm noticing out of this defense is like, it looks like some of the players are confused. They're going half speed. They're not playing full speed. They're looking confused. They're looking like they don't know what their job is or the mission or their task is from play to play. Every player should know what their role is and on each play. Ricardo Allen cannot get everybody on the whole team or on the whole defense in position. These guys got to do a better job. Deion Jones, as one of the leaders on this defense, has to step up, get these guys and tell these guys, get these guys in their proper gaps, get these guys, help Ricardo Allen get these guys lined up, because that's one of the big things we lost as well with Keanu Neal going out. He was one of our veteran players where he could also help Ricardo Allen in the secondary get those guys lined up, because one thing that I'm noticing with Isaiah Oliver, a lot of times when he's getting beat, it looks like he's not realizing, or the communication is not there, where he's not realizing whether he's in zone, whether he's in man. He's looking confused at times. So Ricardo Allen, the veteran players, DeMonte Casey, we're going to definitely have to do a good job at communicating, talking to each other on the field, especially on the defensive side of the ball. And like I said, just try to contain Deshaun Watson. Try to get as much pressure as you can on him, but try to contain him. Do not let him leave the pocket. Make sure when you're bringing pressure that you're not running, like I said, running past Deshaun Watson, but that we're boxing him in where he has nowhere to run. And if we're going to have a spy on him, to make sure the spy is always staying at a good angle, where if he does decide to take off and run, we can definitely tackle him short of the sticks, because Deshaun Watson loves on third down when you have your DBs and things of that nature in man coverage and they turn their back to go cover. He does like to take off and run for first down. So we have to be very careful in this game. But if we do all of these things, we should be able to win this game. This is a must win. Like I said, I believe in my Falcons. I'm going to continue to bring you content for our Atlanta Falcons. I will not give up on the season. Even if we did go 1-4, I'll still be bringing you this Atlanta Falcons content. I do love my Atlanta Falcons. I've been a long-time fan of the Atlanta Falcons, and I do believe in Dan Quinn. I believe that he can turn the season around, because if he doesn't turn the season around, he could possibly be gone at the end of this year. So him and Thomas Dimitroff. So I hope that they get it together this week. I hope that we get a win on the road and we can start building on some wins and string some wins together before our bye week. If we, like I said, we win this game, this could be a huge win, a huge swing win for us, because then we could go to Arizona and possibly get another win, and that'll be 2 wins in a row that would get us back to 500 at 3-3. So as always, Falcons Nation, I appreciate all my supporters that subscribe to my page. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button for your boy. As always, rise up. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy all of the football that'll be going on this Sunday. And as always, rise up, Falcons fans. If you would like to donate to my page, you always can go to my Cash App, which will be the dollar symbol or the $, Jew Talk Sports. I'm trying to get this page, like I said before, the goal is to get it to 1,000 subscribers. Once I'm at 1,000 subscribers, I can do live videos from my page, and I would love to do some live videos with you guys and get your comments live, where I could possibly ask some questions or answer some questions. Also, please leave comments below. If you're Houston Texans fans, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for your boy. Hit that like button. I would love to hear from you. It seems like in my last couple of videos, I know last week I had a bunch of Tennessee Titans fans commenting on the page. So you don't have to be an Atlanta Falcons fan to subscribe to the page or like the page. Definitely go ahead and do that if you like. And don't be afraid. Come on, we accept all challengers. Please go ahead and put your comments down here. You know, everybody is entitled to their own opinion. May the best team win on Sunday at 1 o'clock. I'm looking forward to my Dirty Birds rising up. As always, this is your boy Juice signing off, and I'm out. Peace.